I live with my mother. For safety reasons, I will keep names and my hometown hidden. My story goes back to when I was 14. It all started one night while watching TV with my mother. I could hear whispers. I couldn't understand where they were coming from, but they were there. My mother wasn't listening, so I figured it was nothing. The next day, I was alone in the afternoon while my mother was at work, and I could hear the voices coming from the kitchen. This time, the voices were louder, and at the same time, I started having images in my head. I didn't know what they meant, but I was afraid. Paralysis took over my body while the whispers got stronger, until my mother arrived home and it all stopped. I tried speaking with my mother about this, but she didn't understand what I was talking about, and she brushed it off as nothing. Later that night, we were together watching TV when the whispers started again. With it came also the visions, this time more of them, and I could make out what they looked like. It was people, disfigured, until I fainted. When I woke up, my mother was standing in front of me, worried, sick, and trying to speak, but I couldn't listen. The whispers were too loud, and that's when it happened. My mother was raised into the air and tossed against the wall. I was still paralyzed, but I saw two figures in front of my mother. I could only see their silhouettes. My mother started screaming from the top of her lungs for help. Luckily, one of our neighbors listened and came running, and as soon as he arrived, the figures disappeared. We moved out that night and never went back to that house again. Till today, I haven't seen those dark figures again, and I hope it stays that way.